तो मसला ये है कि अगर भूल कर ऐसा हो जाए तो रोज़ा नहीं टूटता, लेकिन रोज़ा याद हो और बाय मिस्टेक ऐसा कर ले तो रोज़ा टूट जाता है। तो मुझे रोज़ा याद ही नहीं रहा कि रोज़ा है, क्योंकि फर्स्ट रोज़ा ना, तो यू फॉरगेट कि यू फास्टिंग। तो जेन्युइनली जस्ट रिमेम्बर, और मैंने पानी पी लिया जैसे रोज़ पीते हैं, वज़ू के बाद थोड़ा सा गर्म पानी पी लेते हैं ताकि गला साफ हो जाए। उसके बाद याद आएगा तेरे की रोज़ा है, वो फ़ौरन याद आ गया। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्लाह की मेहरबानी से जो आधा पानी थूक दिया, लेकिन रोज़ा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह है, अल्लाह का करम है। मिस्टेक तो हो जाती है, अल्लाह मिस्टेक से हिफाजत फरमाए जी। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। ये हमारे सामने जो किताब है इसका नाम है अवारिफुल मआरिफ। द ऑथर इज शेख शिहाबुद्दीन अबू हफ्स उमर इब्न मोहम्मद इब्न अब्दुल्लाह सुहरवर्दी अल बगदादी अश-शाफिई। हमारे जो सलासिल हैं, यू नो आवर सिलसिलास ऑफ तसव्वुफ आर 4: चिश्ती, कादरी, नक्शबंदी एंड सुहरावर्दी। चिश्ती सिलसिला goes up to हजरत ख्वाजा मुईनुद्दीन चिश्ती अजमेरी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह। कादरी सिलसिला goes up to हजरत पीरान पीर सैयदुना अब्दुल कादिर जीलानी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह। अरे भाई इसको कंट्रोल करो यार, ये डिस्टर्ब करेगा, पीछे ले जाओ उसको, मेरा चेन ऑफ थॉट्स डिस्टर्ब नहीं होने चाहिए। और नंबर 4 नक्शबंदी सिलसिला goes up to हजरत ख्वाजा बहाउद्दीन नक्शबंदी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह। और नंबर 4 सुहरवर्दी सिलसिला goes up to शेख शिहाबुद्दीन सुहरवर्दी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह। सो ख्वाजा मुईनुद्दीन चिश्ती अजमेरी, पीराने पीर सैयदुना अब्दुल कादिर जीलानी कादरी, ख्वाजा बहाउद्दीन नक्शबंदी नक्शबंदी एंड हजरत शेख शिहाबुद्दीन सुहरवर्दी सिलसिला इज कॉल्ड सुहरवर्दी। ये 4 सिलसिले हैं। तो आवर सिलसिला सुहरवर्दिया goes up to Sheikh Shihabuddin Suhrawardi rahmatullah alayh. He was born in the year 539 Hijri and died in the year 632 Hijri. And he was born in the area of Suhraward, which is in Iran, Persia. He traveled from there to Baghdad and he stayed in the suhbat of his uncle Abu Najib Abdul Qahir Suhrawardi, and from him he took tasawwuf and waz. He also remained in the suhbat of Hazrat Pirane Pir Sayyiduna Abdul Qadir Jilani Rahmatullah alayh, who is a bit senior to him, and he learned tasawwuf from Hazrat Pirane Pir Sayyiduna Abdul Qadir Jilani as well. And he also studied hadith from various mashayikh, Ziya Maqdisi, Zaki Barzali, Ibn Najjar, Qawsi and others. And he was a Shafi'i scholar from the scholars of Baghdad. And remember, Baghdad was Madinatul Ilmi wal Ulama in those days, a city which was filled with ilm and ulama. Ghazali Rahmatullah alayhi also studied there, and he taught in Baghdad as well. And after him, Hazrat Pirane Pir Rahmatullah alayhi came, and there Sheikh Shihabuddin Suhrawardi went there as well, until he became one of the seniors and greats in tasawwuf. And he benefited the community. Students began to come to him and take tasawwuf from him, and also at the same time ulum hadith from him as well. Among his murids, someone wrote to him, Ya Sayyidi, in taraktu al-amal ukhlidtu ila al-bitala wa in amiltu dakhalani al-ujbu fa ayyuhuma awla. My master, if I was to leave amal, then I would remain continuously in a bewilderment, in a state of that bewilderment. And if I was to practice an amal, then ujb and vanity would creep in me, and I would feel I am something, I am big. So what should I do? Should I just abandon amal, or should I do amal with that amazement and being proud of myself? he wrote in the answer, "I'mal wastaghfirillah min al-ujb." Keep practicing, do your amal. Don't just sit there daydreaming. And amal karo and do istighfar from ujb. Seek Allah's forgiveness from having that ujb and vanity in you. He also authored many books with regards to riyadat, mujahada. Ibn al-Nuqta said, كان شيخ العراق في وقته صاحب مجاهدة وإيثار وطريق حميدة ومروة تامة وأوراد على كبر سنه. He was a sheikh of Iraq in his time, and he used to do lots of mujahada, and he would give preference to others over himself. And he was a man of nobility and honor and extreme mujahada and awrad in spite of his old age. It is also written, ثم أضر في آخر عمره وأقعد ومع هذا فما أخل بالأوراد وداوم الذكر وحضور الجمعة والمضي إلى الحج إلى أن دخل في 10 ومات ولم يخلف كفنا مع ما كان يدخل له. He, in his old age, became disabled, but in spite of disabilities, he never left his wazaif and awrad. He continued with his dhikr and attending jama'at and jumu'ah and going for hajj. And even when he was into his 90 plus, but still he was busy, and he died. He did not own even a kafan for himself, in spite of all the gifts he used to get, because he used to distribute it all among the fuqara and masakeen and ghuraba and whoever was around him. كان شافعي المذهب فقيها أديبا شاعرا حكيما متقنا نزارا لم يناظره مناظر إلا خصمه وأفحمه. He was Shafi'i, Usuli, Adib, Sha'ir, Hakim, Mutafannin in various funun, and he was a munazir, a beautiful debater. Whenever he debated someone or someone debated him, he would silence them and he would overpower them in debate. Nobody could stand him in debate. So he was a kamil in every field. Among his books, Hikmatul Ishraq, التنقيحات في أصول الفقه, بستان القلوب, اعتقاد الحكماء, and many other risalas, اللمحات, مقالات الصوفيين, طوارق الأنوار, البارقات الإلهية, لوامع الأنوار, النفحات السماوية, الرقم القدسي, الصبر, كشف الغطاء لإخوان الصفا. And this book which we have in front of all is called Awariful Ma'arif. Awarif is plural of arifatun, and arifatun in Arabic is used for gift, present. And ma'arif is plural of ma'raf. Ma'raf is ismi zarf from arafa ya'rifu, which means to recognize. So ma'arif, plural of ma'raf, the place to recognize. From where can you recognize a person? From his face. From body, if our heads were chopped off and only bodies were there, we can't recognize them. The place of recognition is the face. So ma'arif over here means those whom I know, meaning my friends. Meaning these are gifts and presents, tuhfas, in the khidmat of my friends whom I know and with whom I am acquainted. So this is a gift for my friends. A gift for my friends. Now, he was one of the great Sufiyas. Among his du'as, his words of du'as, Mashayikh have various words of du'as. Our Hazrat Yaqdar Sheikhul Hadith, Hazrat Maulana Bilal Sahab Damat Barakatuh, has various ways of making du'as. He uses different words in his du'as. So Mashayikh use their words of du'as. Among his du'as, I'll just read the Arabic. He would say in his dua, Ya Qayyam al-Wujud, wa Ya Fa'id al-Jud, wa Munzil al-Barakat, wa Muntahar al-Raghabat, Munawwir al-Nur, wa Mudabbir al-Umur, واهب حياة العالمين أمددنا بنورك ووفقنا لمرضاتك وألهمنا رشدك وطهرنا من رجس الظلمات وخلصنا من غسق الطبيعة إلى مشاهدة أنوارك ومعاينة أضوائك ومجاورة مقربيك وموافقة سكان ملكوتك واحشرنا مع الذين أنعمت عليهم من الملائكة والصديقين والأنبياء والمرسلين يا قيوم أيدنا بالنور وثبتنا على النور واحشرنا إلى النور واجعل منتهى مطالبنا رضاك آمين कहो यार وأقصى مقاصدنا ما يعيدنا لأن نلقاك ظلمنا أنفسنا لست على الفيد بضنين أسار الظلمات بالباب قيام ينتظرون الرحمة ويرجون الخير وفك الأسير والخير رضاؤه والشر قضاؤه أنت بالمجد السني تقتضي المكارم وأبناء النواسيت ليسوا بمراتب الانتقام بارك في الذكر وارفع السوء ووفق المحسنين. Beautiful words of du'as. Suhrawardi remained like this, stuck to the gate of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah opened the doors for him until he became a unique individual of his time. He invited people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and his speech would capture and captivate the hearts of people, and his speech would be from the heart, and his muamala with his Rabb and with his riyadat and mujahada. He died on Wednesday night, 1st of Muharram, 632 Hijri in Baghdad. That means his tomb is also in Baghdad. Let's hope we can go to Iraq one day and visit his qabr as well, inshallah, along with the qubur of other mashayikh, inshallah. Now this book is about tasawwuf. He starts off with Mansha'u ulum al-Sufiyya, تخصيص الصوفية بحسن الاستماع فضيلة علم الصوفية حال الصوفية ماهية التصوف تسميتهم بهذا الاسم المتصوف والمتشبه and then الملامة من انتمى إلى الصوفية وليس منهم شرح رتبة المشيخة حال الخادم ومن يتشبه به خلقة المشايخ سكان الربط أهل الربط بأهل الصفة أهل الربط فيما يتعاهدونه بينهم and then many abwab until he goes up to فصل في الأدب ومكانه في التصوف. Adab and etiquettes, manners, good manners in tasawwuf. أدب الحضرة الإلهية لأهل القرب. Adab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to do adab and respect Allah as well. We have to have adab, etiquette and manners with Allah for the Ahlul Qurb. And then adab al-taharat, adab al-wuzu, adab ahlil khusus, fadilatul salat wa kibaru sha'niha, wasfu salat, adab salati wa asraruha. And then chapter 39 is fadlu sawm wa husnu asadihi, ahwalu sufiyya fi sawm wal iftar, adabu sawm wa mahammuhu, ذكر الطعام وما فيه من المصلحة والمفسدة آداب الأكل آدابهم في اللباس قيام الليل الأسباب المعينة على قيام الليل انتباه من النوم والعمل بالليل تقسيم قيام الليل استقبال النهار والأدب فيه. And then he goes on to آداب المريد مع الشيخ فيما يعتمده الشيخ مع الأصحاب والتلامذة. Murid's adab with his sheikh and حقيقة الصحبة, reality of صحبة and companionship وما فيها من الخير والشر. آداب حقوق الصحبة والآخرة في الله تعالى. آداب الصحبة والأخوة. معرفة الإنسان نفسه ومكاشفات الصوفية. معرفة الخواطر وتفسيرها وتمييزها. شرح الحال والمقام والفرق بينهما. في الإشارة إلى المقامات على الاختصار والإيجاز. إشارات المشايخ في المقامات. ذكر الأحوال وشرحها. شرح كلمات من اصطلاح الصوفية. and ذكر شيء من البدايات والنهايات وصحتها. These are 63 chapters with regards to tasawwuf. We are reading the chapter number 39 with regards to Sawm, في الصوم وحسن أثره. حسن أثره. روي عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال الصوم نصف الإيمان والصوم نصف الصبر. It is narrated in a hadith that Sawm is half of Iman, faith, and it is half of patience. Meaning, it is a huge part of our faith, and it is a huge part of sabr. Sabr, patience. Sawm requires patience. So, we have to be patient when we are fasting. Then he says, وَقِيلَ ما في عمل ابن آدم شيء إلا ويذهب برد المظالم إلا الصوم فإنه لا يدخله قصاص ويقول الله تعالى يوم القيامة هذا لي فلا ينقص أحد منه شيئا. In the a'mal of Ibn Adam, there is nothing but Raddul Mazalim will remove it except Sawm. Because Qisas does not enter it. Allah will say on the day of Qiyamah that Siyam was for me, no one can reduce anything from it. Do you understand the statement of Sufia? Okay, let me explain it a little bit. On the day of Qiyamah, you will have to pay for all the huququl ibad which you had violated. You've taken someone's money, not returned it. You bought something, not paid for it. You've taken some loan and not returned it. You've taken over the land and property of someone with false testimony and the judge gave it to you, you became the owner. You had taken the miras of your sisters and not given them. You had violated people's honor, sworn at someone, abused someone, insulted someone, backbited someone, slandered someone, and anything to, you had injured someone, killed someone, made them bleed, you had slapped someone, punched someone. These are all called huququl ibad. On the day of Qiyamah, you will have to return and pay for them. And remember, on the day of Qiyamah, there is no currency. No pound, no dollar, no other currency. The only currency on the day of Qiyamah is hasanat and sayyi'at. Good deeds, bad deeds. So there will be a time when this qisas and give and take will be done. And this is why the day of Qiyamah has many names. One of the names is Yawmut Taghabun, the day of winning and losing, giving and taking. Some winners, others losers. Now let's say a person comes and he has all these huquq to pay for. So his hasanat will be given. And which hasanat? Maqbool hasanat. Remember, maqbool, not mardud. Our hasanat can be rejected as well. But those nekis which were accepted by Allah, those you will have to pay with those. So let's say I took 1,000 pounds from my friend Adam and I violated the huquq of Maulana Bilal. And I abused someone, insulted. I said something bad about Arif Bhai. So on the day of Qiyamah, my hasanat will be given to Adam, to Maulana Bilal Sahab, to Arif Bhai, to here, to there, to there, to there. Now I will see my mountain of hasanat being reduced to rubble. And slowly, they're all gone. And I've still got some rights to pay off. Right? And I have no hasanat left. So what will happen? Those who are owed something, their bad deeds, sins will be taken and cast upon me. And myself with my own sayyi'at and with the sayyi'at and evils which I incurred from others will be thrown in the fire of Jahannam. Allah protect us. Now over here, Shaykh Shihabuddin says that Mashayikh tasawwuf say that your namaz, your zakat, your hajj, your umrah, your tilawat, your zikr, these hasanat will go one after the other. But Sawm, it will not go. Sawm will remain. And Sawm will not be given to anyone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that Sawm was for me, no one can reduce the sawab of Sawm. This is the beauty of Sawm. Now Sawm, we have only Ramzan Roza, 30 days, no Rozas outside Ramzan. We should keep some Sawm outside Ramzan during the year as well. Because that will help us on the day of Qiyamah. So, this is the meaning of this statement. وَفِي الْخَبَرِ الصَّوْمُ لِي وَأَنَا أَجْزِي بِهِ. In the hadith, Roza is for me and I will personally reward for it. قِيلَ أضافه إلى نفسي لأن فيه خلقا من أخلاق الصمدية. Sufia Kiram say Allah related Sawm to himself. Though all ibadat are for Allah, namaz is for Allah, zakat is for Allah, hajj is for Allah, tilawat is for Allah, zikr is for Allah, everything is for Allah. But Allah says Sawm is for me because in it is a characteristics from the characteristics of samadiyat. इसमें समदियत के अखलाक में से एक खुलुक है. समदियत की माना क्या है? कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद अल्लाहुस समद. Allah is samad. Samad means he is independent, free of need. He doesn't need anything, he doesn't need anyone, and everyone needs him. So that independence, he doesn't need to eat, he doesn't need to drink. So that's samadiyat, not it. He doesn't need any body form. We are human beings, we need our body, we need eyes, we need ears, we need tongue, we need hands, feet, fingers. He has no body, he doesn't need these things. These are all his creations. Wallahu al-ghaniyyu wa antumul fuqara. Allah is ghani. Ghani means the samadiyya. He is free, independent. So in Sawm, there is a little bit of characteristic from the characteristics of samadiyya. We are staying away from food and drink. So this is a slight sort of resemblance with the sifat of samadiyat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, because number one, he said, as-sawmu li, because there is some adab in there from the adab of samadiyat. And also, وَأَيْضًا لِأَنَّهُ مِنْ أَعْمَالِ السِّرِّ مِنْ قِبَلِ التُّرُوبِ لَا يَطَّلِعُ عَلَيْهِ أَحَدٌ إِلَّا اللَّهُ. And number two, second reason is that it is a secret amal. And it is from the line of turuq where you leave something and nobody becomes aware of it except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now it's Ramzan, right? We know we have Roza. But outside Ramzan, right, if someone keeps a Roza, nobody will know. If you pray namaz, you're doing qiyam, ruku, sujood, someone will see you praying namaz. If you read Quran, someone will see you reading Quran. If you do zikr, someone will see you doing zikr. But for Sawm, it's abandoning and leaving your desires. So in Sawm, it's a secret ibadat. You can keep Roza and no one will find out. Right? Among our books in Darse Nizami, we teach a beautiful book of Hidayah, book of fiqh called Al-Hidayah. It's in 4 large volumes. Sahib-e Hidayah, Allama Burhanuddin Marghinani rahmatullah alayhi, wrote it in a period of 11 years. How many years it took him to write it? 11 years. And throughout those 11 years, he kept Roza in such a way that nobody knew that he is with Roza, not even his family. Because he would take his tiffin from home to the madrasa, to the library, where he would write. At lunchtime, he would call some student and tell them, "Okay, eat this." So the student would eat it and return the tiffin empty. And in the evening, he will come back home with the tiffin empty. People, his household would think that he has eaten food, whereas he has not eaten it. He would keep Roza secretly in a way which nobody found out. So nobody knew he's fasting. It's later on, afterwards, people found out, realized by some way that all these 11 years, he was fasting when he was writing Hidayah Sharif. So this is a secret amal. Nobody knows it, only Allah knows it. That's why he said Sawm is for me. وقيل في تفسير قوله تعالى السائحون الصائمون. In Quran, Allah Pak in Surah At-Tawbah says التائبون العابدون السائحون الراكعون. So as-saihun, the tafsir of saihin is as-saimun. Allah is praising the saimin. لأنهم ساحوا إلى الله تعالى بجوعهم وعطشهم. Because saha yasihu siyahatan means to travel, सफर करना. तो रोजा रखने वाले अल्लाह की तरफ सफर करते हैं. They travel to Allah with their hunger and their thirst. This is why as-saihun, the travelers, does not mean those who go on holidays to resorts. It means those who travel to Allah by fasting and by staying hungry and thirsty. وقيل في قوله تعالى إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب هم الصائمون. And a tafsir of إنما يوفى الصابرون is هم الصائمون. The Sa'imin, will be given and paid their reward in full without counting. हो गया जी, रोजेदारों को सवाब जो दिया जाएगा बगैर गिने दिया जाएगा, without counting. So हुमुस साइमून, सॉरी साबिरून, सबर करने वालों को बगैर गिने सवाब दिया जाएगा. तो साबिरीन से मुराद साइमीन है. सब्र मीन्स सौम. सो साबिरून साइमून, लिअन्न सब्र इस्मुन मिन अस्माइस सौमी, बिकॉज सब्र इज अ नेम फ्रॉम द नेम्स ऑफ सौम. ويفرغ للصائم إفراغا ويجازف له مجازفة. And for Sa'im, his reward will be poured over him heavily, and he will be given without counting and without measuring, just atkal. وقيل أحد الوجوه في قوله تعالى فلا تخل نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين جزاء بما كانوا يعملون كان عملهم الصوم. One of the tafsirs in this ayat that no one knows what joy and happiness is kept secretly for him. This will be a reward of what they used to do. That amal, what they used to do was saum, because the saum is secret, so it's a sawab will be kept secret for them as well. This is one of the tafsirs. You see how Shaykh is doing tafsir of various ayat. As-Sa'ihun's tafsir, يوفى الصابرون's tafsir, لا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم's tafsir. Now he moves on to another topic of regarding this aqwal of Sufiya. I'll just relate one call and then we'll finish. In fact, this is also a very long one, so maybe we'll do it tomorrow. قال يحيى بن معاذ إذا ابتلي المريد بكثرة الأكل بكت عليه الملائكة رحمة له، ومن ابتلي بحرص الأكل فقد أحرق بنار الشهوة. وفي نفس ابن آدم عضو من الشر كلها في كف الشيطان متعلق بها، فإذا جوع بطنه وأخذ حلقه وراض نفسه يبس كل عضو واحترق بنار الجوع وفر الشيطان من ظله. وإذا أشبع بطنه وترك حلقه في لذائذ الشهوات فقد رطب أعضاؤه وأمكن الشيطان. والشبع نهر في النفس ترده الشياطين، والجوع نهر في الروح ترده الملائكة، وينهزم الشيطان من جائع نائم، فكيف إذا كان قائما؟ ويعانق الشيطان شبعانا قائما، فكيف إذا كان نائما؟ فقلب المريد الصادق يصرخ إلى الله تعالى من طلب النفس الطعام والشراب. دخل رجل إلى الطيالسي وهو يأكل خبزا يابسا وقد بله بالماء مع ملح جليش، فقال له كيف تشتهي هذا؟ فقال أدعه حتى أشتهيه. وقيل من أسرف في مطعمه ومشربه يعجل الصغار والذل إليه في دنياه قبل آخرته. وقال بعضهم الباب العظيم الذي يدخل منه إلى الله تعالى قطع الغذاء. وقال بشر إن الجوع يصفي الفؤاد ويميت الهوى ويورث العلم الدقيق. وقال ذنون ما أكلت حتى شبعت ولا شربت حتى رويت إلا عصيت الله أو هممت بمعصية إلى آخر ما قال. इसके लिए भी टाइम नहीं है. कुरान शरीफ पढ़ो, मुझे भी पढ़ना है, मेरा भी बहुत बाकी है पढ़ना. इसलिए I'll do tarjuma and tafsir of this tomorrow inshallah. You see how Shaykh Shihabuddin works? This is the ilm of Sufiya. This is ilm ladunni, ilm wahhabi. This is not for the ulama zahir. This is for ulama batin. And this is the field of Shaykh Shihabuddin Suhrawardi and Imam Ghazali and Abu Talib Makki, Yaqut al-Qulub and Abu al-Qasim al-Qushayri rahmatullah alayhi in his Risala. Last year, if you remember, we did Ihya ul-Ulum of Ghazali. We did Kitab al-Sawm from Ihya ul-Ulum. So this year I thought we'll do Kitab al-Sawm from this beautiful kitab, Awariful Ma'arif. And we'll move on after that, inshallah. May Allah give us tawfiq to keep Roza properly and give us the full and complete benefit of Roza and the anwar and the barakat of staying hungry and thirsty for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. सुभानअल्लाह बिहम्दी सुभानकल्लाहुम्मा बिहम्दिक नशहदु अल्ला इलाहा इल्ला अंता नस्तगफिरुका व नतूबु इलैक। परवरदिगार आलम महज अपने फजल व करम से हमारे रोज़े भी कबूल फरमाइए, हमारी तरावी भी कबूल फरमाइए, टूटी फूटी इबादतें भी कबूल फरमाइए, हमसे राज़ी हो जाइए। या अल्लाह हमें कुरान पाक पढ़ने की भी तौफीक अता फरमाइए, तिलावत का शौक़ हमारे दिलों में पैदा फरमाइए, हमसे राज़ी हो जाइए। रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व सल्लम अला सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व आलिहि व सहबिहि अजमईन बिरहमतिका।